We are in the middle of a big project. We are completely redoing the bathroom, and for that we need a lot of energy. So I went to the store and I bought some food that I know it will support us in this work. So these are the items that I picked up from the grocery store this week. These are delicious sardines that are in a tomato sauce. So that's Joan's favorite. Some enoki mushrooms that I can use in our soup. These are delicious. It's almost like a noodle in there. Got some shiitake mushrooms. I got some organic ones, but these have such a great price. It's $4.49. I mean, it depends on the amount. But I love shiitake mushroom. When I cook rice, I like to add to it or to soups. And any kind of stir fry or soup is just delicious. This is the other mushroom that I love to use for stews. Oyster one, it's a little bit more chewy and it doesn't have that much of a flavor as the shiitake one. Shiitake mushroom, it's actually very good for the gut. It's very healing. So it's not even just delicious, but it's healthy as well. And I'm going to make a stew out of that. And from the little mushrooms, I'm going to make a stew or a soup. We'll see that. And I got some rice cakes, and this is the gluten-free version of that, and it says 99% rice. But the left is some kind of alcohol that they use, so I think it's to preserve it. And this is the best that I can find in the store. So what I'm gonna do and what it recommends to do, just to wash before you cook that, but basically it's just rice. And this is really a chewy, amazing filling food to any other meat or mushrooms or vegetables to go with. Basically it's just kind of like a noodle. This is from H Mart as well, and I'm going to make my traditional cold cut from that, which I'm just going to cook it very slowly and cover it with some paprika. So it's going to be covered with paprika on the outside, so it's going to be very bright and delicious, bright colored and delicious taste. And I'm going to add some garlic and bay leaf as I slowly cook it. I also bought some cod. This is a very high fat fish, and I like to make a soup out of that, or I like to fry it as well. It's both ways delicious. So the next store is the Natural Grocers, and I bought some meat. I like their chicken because it's chilled, so air chilled. That means they allow to cool off before they pack them, and they don't have to use chlorine or chloride on it. I think it's called chloride. And then it was also on sale because in 2 days it will expire. I always check for these because that way I can save some money. And then I got some turkey. Usually the turkey is something I use for dumplings because I can add lots of vegetables, so I get a better use of it. Also sometimes I make spaghetti out of it, so this small amount can spread out on the pasta, and it's cheaper for my family that way. And I bought organic turkey burgers. So this has nothing on it. It's just a burger, but it's already, I think it's made into that shape. Yep. So I can add the salt afterwards, but it's already has that shape. I find it really, I find it more difficult to achieve this shape with my press if it's made from turkey. Beef is easier, but so for this one, I'm excited to try it. And I bought this yogurt. This is delicious, but I bought this out of, I would say, a nostalgia, because this is what I ate in Michigan, and it's a good memory, and it was really delicious. And I never tried this salami, so I'm going to try this one as well the very first time. I think it's from the refrigerator. Yeah, it's not from the freezer. But it seems like it's a very good ingredients in there, and it's organic. Half of my family started to eat cheese, I would say about a month ago. Two of us cannot have cheese, and then we got two maybe. And I'm going for the raw cheese. So it's easier to buy raw cheese at the store because once it's processed, it can be raw. So it's, I think, different regulations for that. And then the older the cheese is it's easier for the digestion. I mean, that's what I heard. So this is the I think it's the 90 days one, and this is the 30 days or something like that. I don't see it without glasses, but so both raw, but one is fermented a little bit longer, and that is easier for the digestion. I got the half and half for Joat's coffee because he went back to drink coffee and enjoy that again. Ooh. And then I have the dairy-free yogurt, and in this store is the cheapest. I think it's $1.19 or something like that, and it's clean and it's dairy-free and it's delicious. It's not, you don't taste any off taste. It's really, the prominent taste is the blueberry and the strawberry and the peach. And then interestingly, some reason in our store the blueberry is cheaper than all the other flavors. But in this store where I went today, they were all the same price. So I stocked up on these flavors. Also, they had the bacon on sale, and I love their brand because it's a lot cheaper, but it's clean. It doesn't have sugar in there, and it's a smoked one. So I picked up 3 of them. As for the produce, I got some peaches. They are really, really big. They are huge, and they look beautiful. So I got a few of that, and I got some potatoes. They were also looking very nicely. I like to buy same size usually, so this one is slightly bigger, but the bigger ones are good when I want to make pancake or I just want to shred them. But if I'm cooking them, then I like to have fairly very similar size, so they cook all at the same time, and I keep the bigger ones for shredding them and make pancake. I bought some yellow onion. I like to use this for cooking. I think this as simple as it can get, and it's good as it can get. I also bought 4 of these giant big Fuji apples. I bought this one because this was the cheapest. I like the Honeycrisp, but Fuji was the cheapest, so I bought this one, and it's gonna go into a cooked recipe, so I don't think it will make a difference. Only I like to buy the sweeter kind, which is the Honeycrisp and the Fuji. And Gala is kind of on the sweeter side, but all the rest, like a Pink Lady, those are very sour. And I was able to score some corn that is organic, so I picked up 5 of these. And I bought some shiitake mushrooms. So this was the first store I went to, so I definitely bought some mushrooms, but I got more from H Mart. But this one is organic, and these are kind of big, and it seems like it is a different kind than the one I bought at H Mart. So I don't know, I don't notice a big difference in flavor, but yeah, so I just bought this one because I didn't know if they're going to have in the other store. Okay, so this was a big shopping. We do this once every few months, 2 or 3 months. I got these little kiwis, and it's like a berry. I have the same plant in my garden, but it just hasn't produced anything yet. But I want to use this to decorate a cake, and I bought this because I think it's just a seasonal thing. I don't see this just usually on the fall, but maybe I'm mistaken. But once we got this at Easter and around Halloween time, and it's delicious. So this is a healthier version of the peanut butter cups, and it's gluten and dairy free. And I got an apricot jam. I tried different brands, but I always go back to this one because I really like the texture, especially if I use it when I have to put it and apply it between layers. I just really like the texture of that. I got some apricots that I dried, and I love that they don't use sulfa on it. So that's why the dark color. When you see those beautiful dried apricots that are bright yellow, they always have sulfa on it, which is, it's not the worst thing, but it's not the best thing. So it depends. If your body doesn't handle well the sulfa, then this version is better. I got some organic granulated garlic. I love this brand so much. It's just a store brand of theirs, but so many spices that they have, it's on such a good price and mostly organic. I got one almond milk. I use just a very few canned goodies like corn and beans. This is just for the crazy days when I don't have time to prepare a lot. So I got 3 of the black beans and 1 corn, and this was on sale. I always buy things when they are on the sale. I use this anyway, so even though I have 1 extra backup at home, I bought it now because it's cheaper. And I got avocado oil. Okay, you guys are going to laugh why I choose this one. So, well, many reasons. One, so this one is organic, and this one is an olive, and this one is an avocado oil. So I checked all the other brands, and they kind of in a similar price range, and it was on sale. But the main reason I bought this one, because it fits on my shelf. So usually avocado oil, it's so large, I have a hard time to put them on the shelf, and it's just kind of either on the pantry floor or on the countertop. So it's just an easier storage. So it's 500 milliliter, and the other jars, or not jars, bottles that I checked were the same amount, but they were tall, like this one. This is the tallest I can fit into my shelves, and this is exactly the same amount, 500 milliliter, and it's just in a taller glass, and this one easier to handle. I got some dishwasher soap, and I picked the 7th generation. There's no dyes in there or fragrances, so I like to use that. Okay, so the last bag, I showed you the apricot. So I have some plan with these. I got this puffy rice, so I want to make some sweets with that. And so this one only has pear juice over, and it's gluten free. And I want to make some granola, and this is gonna be one of the variety in that. And the rest is pasta, except this one. So pumpkin muffin, I grabbed this as I was going out because it was on sale, and we love this version so much. And I think you can only buy it on the fall. So the rest is pasta, and I'm going to fill up my big jar with that. But I like this brand because their pasta doesn't get hard. It stays chewy even when it's cold. I prefer this one because it just cooks faster. So I got 3 of that, and because it was on sale, that's all they had. It just kind of like folded edges, and that one cooks fast as well. I dehydrated some pineapple slices the other week, and I want to use this on top of the muffins that I'm going to bake. I'm trying my best to rotate all the food that we eat for breakfast. Some days we have sausages, eggs, the other day we had potato pancakes, and today we're gonna have muffin. and it's greatly depends on our mood as well, or how much time I have in the morning. Sometimes I use the same recipe for muffins, but I add different spice to it, or sometimes I added some sliced apples, so that can change up the flavor and the variety. Sometimes if I get around that, I like to bake at night, so for the morning it's already chilled and ready, and those are the smoothest mornings to be honest. But the reality is I cannot do this every single night, because sometimes we have a game to attend where our son plays and such, so it really greatly depends what we have at the previous night, how our morning starts. Having a list to organize my thoughts are super helpful as well, even though if I don't get around that, but just writing them down, it helps my brain, so I don't have to worry about that I'm gonna forget that thing. Pineapple has enzymes that helps the digestion, and they look like a little flower once they are dry, so I think this is gonna be a healthy topping for these muffins. I like to eat food that are unconventional for breakfast, and one of them are beets. I like to cook them and chop them up, and adding some olive oil, salt, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar and some parsley. Mix them together and they are so delicious and very healthy. It helps the bile production, which is a must to break down all the fats and digest them properly. Fall is calling for mushroom, and one of the reason is it contains high vitamin D, so I like to cook this for my family. I'm about to serve up my absolute regret to my family. I bought these gluten-free hot dogs based on how they look. They look delicious, but they are painfully dry. This looks painfully dry. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to have a solution for that. I'm just going to put some ghee on it, and I'm gonna put this into the toaster, so that will help a little bit to hold everything together, and also it will improve the taste as well. I mean, I really do hope so, because it's just falling apart. It looks so good, but it's all for the look. It's not, I don't know. Okay, we'll see after we taste that, but as you can see, it separates around that trim. Yeah, I don't have high hopes for that. Good luck. Some of us in our family can eat cheese, some of us are not. Whoever can eat cheese, that's his lucky day, because that's what's going to hold together this hot dog. I'm on the fence if I should keep my whack and seal system, because it's so bulky, so hard to work with that. And I came across with itty bitty sealer. It obviously doesn't suck out the air from the bag, but I can reseal it. And I'm talking about those bags that we use for freezing. I'm not talking about the zwilling system. I'm keeping those. I love those, but I'm talking about if I wanna freeze raw meat, or I just have something that I purchased from the store and I want to put it into the freezer in the bag. This is perfect. This is teeny tiny, and I can store it on the refrigerator. It has a magnet, or I can just put it into the drawer. It takes up just a teeny tiny place. For the mushroom stew, I'm going to make it 2 different ways. And since my neighbor, I know she's going to like this one better, I'm going to use this rice cake with that. And I'm going to cook some pasta as well. That is for my family. They're gonna like the pasta better. They're not too crazy about the chewy texture of the rice cake. The texture of this hot dog strongly reminds me of the vacuum bag. It's exactly the same. Oh, it must be the same, not that I tasted the vacuum bag, but this is what it reminds me of. And hopefully the cheese will hold it together. If you have not seen the video where I shared the reason why I couldn't post a video, I had an infected finger, and it's still not 100%, but it's healing beautifully, but I can only tackle little things. So I'm going to do this little project. I'm just going to paint over this candle, and I'm just using regular paint because since it's a very little itty bitty pattern, I'm not worried about how it's going to burn because it's so tiny, but I think it makes it more personalized and cute for fall. And since I'm in the studio, I'm going to pack up some orders.
This morning
I'm always looking forward to the winter season and more like the fall season that is more active in the studio, but not this year. We just had so much things going and other things with my fingers, so I don't think I'm going to release any new products, but I'm gonna have a few of those shadow boxes. Not as many as I usually have, but a few. And that's okay. There are different seasons in the life, and right now I have to focus on slow down a little bit. I have this beautiful moss green felt, and I was thinking that would be a nice runner or just adding layers to the table as I'm serving food. That would be a nice option. So I'm going to take this up to the house.
This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon in the fall. Excuses were too for me, but they've all gone out the window. And when I feel the wind on my all that ever was is a rise.
I made the breakfast the previous night because today is gonna be a big day. We are going to start to remodel our master bathroom. I've been waiting for this so long, so I'm super excited. Oh, the dish is underneath this pile that I need. I got it. I actually bought recently this itty bitty pot. It was only $6. It was on a vintage farmhouse sale, and they had so many vendors, and I went there with my friends and I came home with this pot, and I love this. Is a perfect size for the soup. I like to eat soup often, but my family doesn't like soup, so that's why it's a perfect solution. I can just warm it up and eat it out from there. Less dishes to wash. And I like how it looks. Since the cold weather has arrived, we are starting the morning with a little bit of a cleanup today. There's a huge pile of this garbage from using the fireplace, but we are starting the day with making a big fire in the fireplace.
me down.
Morning routine is out of the way and we are ready to start the bathroom remodel.
Then a touch of your sweet desire. What we're all built in right. We just have to hold on.
I'm excited but very nostalgic at the same time about this bathroom because this is the last piece in this house that reminds me of the beginnings when we moved in here, and I love this bathroom. I know it doesn't look nice, but I like it. Zsolt likes it, but it definitely has some potential that it can work better and it can have a better layout. And also we have to find the source of the mold today, so that's on our top priority list. Construction noises are in full swing. This is a very simple meal to make, but more importantly, this is one of our favorites. So I wanted to cook something that Zsolt and the boys will really enjoy since they're doing this hard work in the bathroom. These basils are from my garden, and I heard that if I put them into water they can grow roots and I can plant them on the spring, so that way my plant can survive the winter. So I'm gonna give a shot. Another mouth to feed, and that would be the fireplace. Well, at least it gives a nice charm and warmth to the house, so I really do enjoy it, but it comes with lots of extra cleaning for sure. Well, as of right now, Joat is working on the plumbing, and I cannot wait to give you guys an update on the bathroom remodel. But until then, I'm starting a new hobby. Actually, I did knitting when I was about 9 or 10 years old. So yeah, it's been 40 years ago. It's been a while, so I don't know if I can remember that. But slowly I'm going to do some knitting and we'll see how far I get with that. But I'm really enjoying it, especially front of the fireplace. And I went to a craft store to buy these yarns and I run into a subscriber. So if you are watching the video, hi! It was so nice to run into you, and thank you guys so much for watching all my videos. I so appreciate the time that you put in there to watch my videos and being here. Thank you so much for the comments and the orders as well. I so appreciate you guys, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye!